Should I sell my inherited house? Hey everyone, Curt Lindsley here with Alabama Inherited Homes. Okay, so now you've inherited a home, and the question you're faced with is, does selling my inherited home make sense for me and my situation? Well, for many people it does, and we're going to unpack some of the pros and cons of that in this video. Let's face it, inheriting a home is a complicated subject. You just run a Google search for selling inherited property and you'll see what I'm talking about. More than 10 million results. Topics like, do I have to pay capital gains on property I inherit? If I inherit a home, will I qualify for the $250,000 home sale tax exclusion? And the list goes on and on. And as you might imagine, the heir may have a sentimental attachment to the property, perhaps due to a recent death of a parent or a loved one. And so often there's this strong emotional component that people have to work through. Getting a loved one's house ready for the market can be emotional and stressful, and cleaning out family keepsakes and depersonalizing the rooms for the home to be sold. The reality for many is because of ongoing expenses like property taxes, utilities, insurance, and maintenance, not to mention expenses surrounding settling the estate, a prompt sale of the home is often needed. And then there's the financial cost of making needed updates to attract buyers. Sometimes heirs have to deal with liens or hidden problems in the house, like electrical or plumbing issues. And there may be disagreements among beneficiaries about the sales price or whether even to sell it at all. You know, family members can drag their feet, distracted by memories of growing up in the home, and that can prevent them from taking action they need to move forward in a productive way. It's imperative for sellers in this situation to take the appropriate steps to learn the market and educate themselves. Having a knowledgeable probate attorney, a tax attorney, or a CPA, and a reliable real estate agent in your corner makes a world of difference. So let's talk about what are some of the considerations regarding selling and whether this might make sense for you. Well, regardless if you are a single heir or one of multiple heirs to the property, selling it as quickly as possible can save you money, time, stress, and for just getting worn out through the settlement process. There are a number of benefits to selling inherited property. For example, in some cases, along with inheriting property, the heirs also end up inheriting unexpected commitments and difficulties with legal and financial implications. Of course, every situation when someone inherits and then sells a home is typically different from each other. For example, what if there are environmental concerns? Or what if the mortgage is underwater, meaning that the mortgage balance is more than the home is worth? In these scenarios, heirs may even choose to not accept the home at all, allowing it to go into foreclosure. And for those who do not want inherited property, they should consult a lawyer promptly, as disclaimer paperwork will likely need to be filed. Now, traditional home sales methods are a good option for you if you find there are no outstanding mortgages and the property is in good shape and doesn't require major repairs or cleaning to sell. And if you can afford any needed repairs and cleaning while handling the selling process, then you can safely choose to sell an inherited property just like you would any other house. Now, that's not to say that selling the property will always be free of complications, but even when issues do come up, it may still be worth it to persevere and to move forward with the sale. Now, when there are siblings or family members who share the property with you as legal heirs, there might be disagreement about how the settlement should proceed. Selling the property could save you the aggravation of trying to divide a singular property between multiple parties. And once the property is converted to money, the money can be more easily distributed amongst the heirs. And of course, one concern that you do need to address is the amount of time required to sell the property, since it's not certain when it may sell. For some people, a short sale may end up being a viable option if there are mortgage payments due which you're unwilling or unable to pay. If one or more heirs inheriting the property have an urgent need for cash, then a quick home sale is also a good option. Sometimes you might receive some added tax benefits from selling the home. And at times you also may feel that you just want to get rid of the burden that an inherited home imposes on your lifestyle by selling it quickly so you can get on with your life as smoothly as possible. Now, what if the property is in a different city or a different state from where you live? Taking on the responsibility of maintaining a vacant house can be a burden that you may not be ready to handle or you may not want to take on. If the house goes to probate, even if the house is unoccupied, the property still must be maintained. And that means expenses like taxes, insurance, utilities, HOA fees, and other expenses. And those expenses have to be paid by someone, don't they? Depending how long the probate period lasts, families realistically need to pay for months of maintenance along with legal fees and expenses involved in owning and then selling the property. At the end of probate, you'll also need to go through the effort and expenditure of repairing and selling the home, or considering selling the home at most likely a reduced price to investors. If you haven't received your copy of my free ebook, Guide to Selling Your Inherited House, just click the link below for immediate access to your copy. This book is filled with a lot of helpful content that will help you navigate the probate process. And if you're looking for a knowledgeable realtor to help you sell your inherited house, email me at curt.lindsley@exprealty.com or give me a call toll free at 888-923-5547, extension 831. Our next video is going to be interesting as I'm going to unpack some of the potential challenges of inheriting homes with family members. Yes, that's right. This is Curt Lindsley. I'll see you then.